Today we are going to see a topic called UV unwrapping. What is UV unwrapping? What is UV mapping? What are the importance and the preparations? One by one I can cover, like quality control. Okay, what is quality control? Is it required or not? And the tools which you can prepare yourself, or if it is available under online free, you can use it. And clean and neat UV layer. Okay, this is also very important role. Then next is texel density, and what is the texel density and why it is required, where it is. These things I will cover one by one, but I don't want to explain point to point. I'll show some notes on the display. You can take a snapshot and go through all of them. It will help you in this course. Yes, in this course we'll learn in depth little bit about, like maybe it will help you to reinforcement for the first workflow. Maybe you might have missed or you might not know about these things. It's a kind of stimulation of brain, which I had in a lot of struggles in the UV part, not working part. How to make it little faster? If it is one or two objects, okay, fine. What about it? It has like more and heavy work. In those areas, what are the things are required to filter out your burdens? Those things I will show you. Okay, now the topic is what is UV. The simple term you can say, you have 3D model. Okay, for that 3D model, you will not have any textures like desired textures. By default, you can give the basic colors, vertex colors, but that is not our motive. Eventually, we need to take care of model with the proper texturing. For that texturing, like if it is a gaming, CG, VFX, wherever it is, UV is a very, very important part. Yeah, of course, there is a pixel workflow also. That is different part. We will cover that one in the next topic. For now, we will talk about the UV map. Okay, it's very essential. The 3D objects, whatever you are seeing, just imagine. Those things you need to do on a 2D plane. What is 2D plane and 3D plane? 3D plane is like, it's not a plane, it's an object. The object which you are seeing in 3D space, yes, of course you can paint and you can do whatever you want on the 3D world. For that you need a UV layer, right? That is the point we are going through. That means the 3D object space cannot be understood by the softwares or the whatever it is. For that, we are giving the path, the pixel where it is located in the UV part, UV vertical. Those things I have given here, the whole list, what you need to do, and what are the things you need to follow. You can go through and study one by one, and you will understand. Now, in this part, I wanted to mention some of the tools I have created for something like this. These are for select similar. Yes, of course, we have plenty of tools online free, and even I have used a lot of the free tools from the website. Yeah, here you can go to Autodesk website. There are so many things are there, and something about UV cleanup. These are maybe the name will show like UV cleanup, which means under something I have added few tools to do inside in one tool itself. Of course, I am creating one more final tool that I will display you. We don't want to go piece by piece. We can do in one place. That also I will show you. That's not completed one. The few things I have completed, I'm just testing the tools I need to figure out. Don't ask for the tools. This I will create once it is completely done without any error, because it's a graphical efficiency. I have used some few tools free available in online. It crashes and freezes our PC, the performance, report performances, even the graphical level, everything is collapsed. So we need to restart. Sometimes voice itself gets freezed. So we don't have a choice. We need to force reboot. That will kill our PC and then life. Then UV packing. These may not be known, maybe, I don't know, you may know or not. I'll tell you why and where. It helped me a lot in many places. So these are the topics for now. We'll go to Maya and we'll see the tools. And I'll tell you the first preparations. The main preparation is once your model is done. Okay, one second. Yeah, for example, you may think the model is done, I can start my UVs. No, you need to inspect. one by one. You better do one thing. You check your first. I have shortcuts for the isolation. So many things. My personal shortcuts. I don't like to work with the. You have this one. You can isolate. This is the part you can isolate. I will check my QC part manually. How my model is done, and you can see these dotted lines, which means it's a smooth model. Not smooth completely. The edge is smooth. I have applied. Then the arch. This is the hard lines. Wherever you have hard lines, then the hard edges, it will show the continuous decline. So this you can enable. Don't remember. Still, I'll show you. Yes, in the polygons, you have these options. These are the options you can do. Okay. You can enable and disable whenever you need. At the width also you can decide how much you should. So this is for me. Sometimes what happens, some error happens, then it will display me the so better. So this is done. So you can even template it. You don't want to disturb what you want to see. Then one by one you can go like that. Best practice while you're doing the UV. For example, this one. I didn't complete this one. Okay. I have completed my model other one. I will show you the final one, completed one. For demonstration purpose, I have taken that, but you don't have UV now because this one. So those things, how will you figure out? Like why I have purposely left without UV? This is one piece where it is repeated in many places. For example, the bolt. These bolts. I have kept a lot of bolts. I don't want to do every part one by one. Then this one. It's a dense, but it's three main objects that is repeated as a chain mail, so that I can use that three variations. Or else I can break it again and I can move the UVs. If I want to give the variations, then I can keep it in separate UV coordinates, so that we will not have the same texture over every part. But in this case, it's not required for this. So like that, you can inspect and it's done. Then you can add it here, so that you will speed up yourself. Then mainly wherever you want to do the the UV cuts, plan it properly. For example, if the UV your model is like this, but at any cost this won't show like this on the bottom. So then you can decide where to give the UV splits. This is the area for the splitting bulb. So these are the main things you need to plan before. In urgent, what we do, we cut and throw somewhere. If it's complex shape, then you don't know where to cut this one. So if you are lucky, so it's a straight, you know where to cut. So I'll isolate and will focus this one and I'll cut it so that it won't be disturbance in the texture. So okay, you're lucky. Then what about this other one? Twisted. How do you plan? So you don't have any choice. You have to cut anywhere at any cost. But while doing the texture, you need to plan for the proper projections, UV projection or triplanar projection in the painter or in the those can be avoided. And with the latest tool, we can go very faster if you don't care even UV cuts or anything. Yes, of course, you can go very faster, but for your best practice, never go that way. So in complex area, again, your mind will go like a garbage work. So you will throw a random UV and again you will struggle. You will not have grid to fix. Sometimes the stickers or decals, whatever you wanted to do in particular area, then it is a plenty of it to fix or manage it. So those are the main thing to manage. Then once everything is done, I'll remove this one first. Before deleting this layer, make it empty, because I suffered when deleting. Sometimes it deletes my objects also. Now you can delete this layer on it. So everything is done, for example. Then what is the next preparation? Next preparation is for grouping. If you go outliner, I don't have any grouping properly now. So now you have the idea. You can do next part. I will tell you one by one. First, you group all the molds. So for that, you can select by name, whatever it is. If you have named properly, for example, you don't have name here. But if you have the name, go here, side by name. You can type and it will select everything. For example, I'll select, I think everything same. Okay, sweep is there. And select this part. go here, paste, and enter. It has to select all the sweeps, but I don't know why. I'll add a strict. Sometimes selects properly, sometimes doesn't. Okay, by name also you can select. But what if you don't have name? Then you have the choice. Like based on your vertex, based on your faces, or object size. Size also has some issues with the free tools. If your size is little bigger, okay, but both are same. Only the size is different. What about the UV? UVs you don't have, but it has UV. It doesn't have UV. Then how it will select? And if you want to select only particular part which doesn't have UVs, which has the UVs, these operations are little mathematical. Yes, I'm not a tech guy. Yes, of course, I have done my studies in computer science, but it's useless. It's been more than more than a decade. I don't remember any of the coding, but still I remember structures and the requirement to create those tools. So I used online to help me to do those tools. Yeah, you have now plenty of platforms to create your tools based on your ideas. You don't want to type all the codes. Don't get a headache on that. That's how I created mine, because I don't know any coding now. But I will upgrade to Python and Vex. It's needed in future. For that I'm planning. I need to start. Yes. Then now I will show you one by one all the tools. Yes, the first tool which I'm using, this one. Where it was, I don't know. I think this tool has one issue. You need to select anything. I will fix that one. Select anything and click tool. Okay, now I want to select this bolt. Okay, one bolt. I'm giving the threshold and find similar object. So see this. I selected bolt, but it's selecting. So I don't know. These are the buggies you have. So 5% is this. I have fixed by creating one more tool. Yes, image by default I have kept this one enabled. I don't want to do that. Select any one tool, execute similar selection. See, this is all one category, and in that I don't want to select the part which is having UV. Then I can go through what is. I think it should have UV. Yes, it is having UV. And this is where I was focusing on the post matching. Post matching is like, doesn't matter, like any size, any angle, but the objects are same, UVs are same. Then you can select this. The scale. It's only the scale you wanted to select. Like for example, we do have this one bigger. I can move somewhere. I want to select only the scale. So it selects the, what the hell, scale matching. I don't know, something is wrong with this one. I'll fix that one. Okay, if the scale is big, it should not select. I think we have second option. So this other tool, it will help you to figure it first, and you can transfer the UVs also. Yeah, while transferring UV, I'll show you something. And you have the count, how many. Yes, of course, by default you have the My Native to display your selections, and sub-select you can enable it, but I need it in the UI itself. So these are the select similar, and I created some more in this itself, because sometimes you have a lot of the layers you created here. Those you need to select manually and right click. I don't want to do that one, so I can delete all here. Then auto layer by UV variant. So this is what I wanted to tell. See, now auto layer, it will create one layer. Okay, see this separate. Then this 3. Forget about this one, the last one, because that is different. Why it is 2? Because I will select this object somewhere. It is there. I don't know why. Maybe I have separate this. I will delete first. I'll delete all the layers. Now my mouse is very pro. My pen. Auto layer. So now we have one. But if you have different UV sets, not sets, UV placements, different area, then it will select those things and group it separately. Now we have everything in one area, so it's showing like this. I'll open that other one where it is shown. I will show you at that time this tool. So these are the random by count. You want to filter by count. First random, select something, select, isolate. From this, I want certain percentage to select and keep it next group. uh, for moving the button, because every UV is now kept on same place, because I transferred everything. The transferring part I will show you in different tool, because I didn't want to add it here. But here this is mainly for randomization. Now it will select something and I can group it separately. Again, select this. What is the percentage? You can see it, different seed, and percentage you can select percentage. Add it in the group. Yes, of course, you will have the many options. Now again, I will change the percentage. This main everything. No, I don't want that much. See this. You can select add. So I go on and change the seed, and we can add and click. Yes, we can. So this tool will help you to select and group if you have many boards, but you don't want to keep everything separate UV, because more than 400 boards. So I need only UV variations of 5. That time you can decide this one and you can add it in the group. So this is one tool. First I'll delete this and delete our label. Okay. Next tool, this one. Here the UV transfer happens very first. So while I will take this to say I'll first unlock this. I'll move somewhere. So this is the main UV object out of that similar objects. So I'll bring it out, unparent this one. So it's now in the outside. I usually don't unparent. I'll duplicate and name it like source. So this is technical term. I keep the same name here. This is a source. So what is source? So now that similar object I was talking about, right? You have here also. You can scan this as this. Okay. Now isolate. It's a better practice. This is how I created my tool for my purpose. Okay. Now I selected, it scanned everything, and we have the result and the number of results, everything here. It's resulted. Now I selected this one. Set the master source geometry. This is the master source which I have created, the latest UV. Then select this one. I'll feed here. So this is main source. From here I'll transfer every UV to this one without fading anything. Yes, there's free tools, some tools in online. I tried. Some are transferring, some are not transferring, and we need to do the circuits manually and by selecting one by killing my time. So what I did, I created this tool. You don't want to select anything because I have the data here. So now I'll add one more method here to check the geometry topology. If you have some issues with the vertex coordinate, then you don't transfer. So that time you can click the check the topology. It will check all this. Yes, of course, it's correct. So you have, there is no problem with the topology. You don't see anything. Now it's fixed. Whatever the problem was, because we have scaled, so it won't transfer here, right? So it's scaled and it will restore this value. If you don't have value, also it will in the report. I have edited my script in such a way. Okay, I didn't name properly. In such a way where it should not calculate about the size. And while doing the operations, it should not affect my viewport. So what it has to do, it will scale and it will match to this size, and it will store that information to transfer next time. So that will happen when you click this smart ID reorders. So it will do everything. Now I don't select anything, okay, because I have 204 font. But out of this, it will -1, 203. So 203 means I can load from the selected. I didn't select anything. I have one more option to select like manual and selected here. This is load from the scan. This is the scan part. I did the scanning, so we have 204, right? It will now you'll see this 203. So this one is here. From here, it will transfer to 203. Now you have some issues or anything. Again, your system doesn't support graphical issues, then no, probably you don't want to take with them. But I have that issue in my viewport to see all the process, so I disabled this one. Anything will happen, the speed, it won't affect the viewport, it will do in the background. So now you have one part, start transfer. See this, you can see. If you failed anything, no, it will give you some the failed objects here, and those things you can repair. If it is possible, it will try in different coordinates, like you have object space, world space, UV coordinates, everything that will try in the other part. Now everything is transferred. We want to see whether it is done or not. You select everything. Better deselect one this. Let's focus. See, now UV is not broken. We have proper here. You can see this. All the UVs are not broken. You can zoom and check. So this UV tool will help you very faster. Once it is done, you can put it in the group and it go. This is how it does. In this itself, I added one more QC here. You can search for anything and replace with an AV. And search and replace here. Added prefix, rename a number. Numbers also I need to replace. Then you can do. Then padding. How many digits? This will help you more. You can search by name and select this. It will select. I didn't have any name, so it selected everything. For example, I will add only model UV. Select. It's all model UV, so it's selected. You can replace this one UV 0 then. Okay, it replaces. Sorry, it removed all these terms. So this is how. Now I select everything. I don't want to freeze transform one by one, clean history, delete color set, and strip namespacing. Namespacing you write this one. I forgot where it is. General. Yes, namespace editor. You can see. So just click QCR. It should do the event, but I don't know why it's not deleting. I will replace this one. For now, I will delete by manual. Yeah, now your geometry is clear. You don't have any transformation history. You don't have. So this is the QC part and renaming part and digits. Many things are there. Then this one you have some issues, right? Right, transfer. Then you can do one thing. Fix this miss cleanup. So what it will do when you click it, it will check with already we have the stored data, right? They're like this. So that time you just click this one and it will clean up and bring it back inside. This also it will re-import. This will clean, it will wash and export outside, bring it inside. It's a temporary process. It won't save anywhere and it won't kill your space. So that's how this tool does. Then nothing else in this. I use mostly this one for QC1, but I don't know what happened to the strip namespace. I'll check that out. Then FTM. Yes. This we have used, I think you may be confused by seeing all this layout style. Even I don't know how to control, but I'm finding out the way to change the colors and everything. Now global filter, you can filter same thing, scan. You have no result, 0. The tool. Okay, I'll tell you this tool about this one because I messed up with something, so all these operations are now broken. So I'll tell you what it does. Select for all the texts. When you select this one, select this one part. It will list out all the texts list and everything. Search by name, replace. You can rename this one without going to the folder. You can do this one and prefix everything, suffix, and apply remapping into temp, which means whatever you are doing, it will create one temporary path for you and it will copy there. Then from there you can migrate from that temp folder to final path, so that you don't want to go to any folder, rename and bring it. This is like you have, just imagine you have more than hundreds of maps you need to rename and you need to reconnect. You don't want to go outside and go to hypershare, reconnect everything. So this will do here. Then you can do the audit all. Then audit all will show how many maps are done and how many is again failed. That list will go to gold, missing, and you can do the clear list. So those are the operations here. Then I added some more global asset category optimization. This is what boot shaders. What is boot shader and battle shader? Unused. Like you can clear it before it's up, but sometimes you may want to keep the duplicate shader for some doing R&D purpose. So I don't want to clear everything. Then you can filter out here and you can select them. And manually you can delete, or else you can clear those parts unused materials. You can delete nodes or everything. I have that on inside. And mainly here I have the texture conversion. Converse, you can do whatever the format you want to convert. So far I have added this one. Then the SS conversion, I tried something, but yeah, it gives the proper result. Few things I couldn't control. In Nuke I manually do those things. Any map into SS. Then this one, very important. This I suffered many times, so I'll not tell you about now this one. This has saved my hard disk space plenty, because after this operation, I don't know. Okay, leave it this one. Yes, this is the main one. Before that, let me open that fully unwrapped one, unlayered one. Okay, sorry. Uh, it took a little while to load the model. This is not completely UV. This is the intermediate one. I have final one. So to show you, I change the UVs like this to show my tools how what are the things are it's finding and it's working, and which makes me faster workflow. Okay, for now I will close this one. Now, if you see this one in the hypershade, you have only one shader, that is lambda 2. Usually by default it will be lambda 1. I don't want to disturb with the native one. So what I'll do, I'll select my model, reset to lambda 2, and I will give the value. That value will fix automatically in the color section. See this value. Say it is 130.1. So we don't want to type manually. Okay. Why I made this row? For example, I'll close this out later. You may need this one. Okay, I will minimize for now because the process will kill. I added that not to disturb in the report. I don't know, something happens. For safer side, okay, let it be. Let's see. Now I want to know whether I have done my UVs or not. How? One main thing I learned by my mistakes over a period of time to keep the color coding, which is done to one color coding and throw. But that increases my time and energy level waste. So what I did now, I'll show you first one. This also like that, okay? Assign material to selected one. You can select and you can assign the material, no need. What I will do, assign material to all, which means I will have the mesh, number of mesh, how many meshes are there and how many update and how many not update. It will display even the tiles. For example, I will create smart layers. Just click this one. We just watch me remove this one. Okay. Now assign material to all. Done. So now we can see, now in this program I have mentioned I want that color indication to the non-UV part as a black and rest all is in different colors. So this shows so how many of them are UV or not, and sometimes you may need them in separate folder for creating it. For substance painter you want to create some material naming for that purpose. Yeah, still without that I can give the grouping in the outline with the same. I have a different tool for grouping, but in this tool how you want to control those things I will show you. First you can create a smart layer. Go to here, I will first delete all the layers. We don't do it. Then create smart layer. Created. You notice one thing, I have given the condition to the script. If you find any UVs broken or whatever it is, the layout, everything, you just create them by layer, and you need to indicate the layer numbers, that is UDF numbers. Now group one thing that is not having UVs, so no UV layer. That's what I was created. Now I can delete all the layers. Again I'll create selected. Now I want to select the particular one, but I know you can right click and select objects. So two objects you can see. Now you can see the mesh counts, shaders. How many shaders created? 9 UDFs are there, so 9 shaders. So what is the tile? 9 tiles. Why I need this one? Sometimes to inspect. Sometimes shader might not created. Then this will vary. 8 shaders are there, 9 tiles are. Then why didn't I assign one shader? Then I can inspect manually, or you can add that script inside again. I have them. I'm doing some R&D on that. I don't have time. I need to do my personal goals also, so I will delete this. Now I don't want to have these layers, but I want to select only this one, non-UV objects. How I can just click on this. You see, it's selected and it's isolated, but I don't know why this toggle is not on here, but it is isolated. I can go select select object. 3 objects are there. I don't know why this is, so I added one more to exit that one. Again you can manually isolate and you can check. Yes, it's quick and see, right? It makes my work faster. So I'll delete again these layers and exit isolation, select everything, and I'll show you something different here. Purposely I kept some UVs here, but what happens to substance painter if you want to take it, no? The small 1 pixel is outside or crossing the borders, no? Then it will give error. Then it won't load in, the model inside the painter. That purpose, what I did, Now I don't. Okay, let it be all the colors. If you don't want any colors now, you need only single shader before taking side. Then use this one. Reset. It will create. Then delete all the where is that histories. Then it will delete all the unwanted nodes. Now let it be one for everything. So each time I coded like change the color. Each time when I delete and recreate, it will create new different. So I am not liking this one. You are getting irritated on these colors. So you do one thing. Assign, delete, reset to one, delete this, unwanted. Again, create one, boom, new blank. Yes, nice. Now, yes, now this is the important one. I don't know whether if you're working with multiple red regions, then it will help you very fast. Okay, this Lambert you can see the Lambert 2, which means it is assigned to the objects which is not having UVs corrupted one. So these are only for the UDA numbers. You can see each will have one different numbers, so it will help. So what if I want to change it to Arnold or Redshift renderman, whatever it is? I didn't load the renderman. I have installed, yes, I have installed, but I want to switch. How I can switch? Switch assigned selected one. This is for all. Switch assigned for all. I will click for all, but I need to choose which render engine you want. I want Arnold. Switch off. See the magic. So it saves our time, right? So now I can delete the history, so that all the Lambert will go except that one Lambert. This one Lambert. This is the kind of marker for me. So later I can select this and I can do the unwrapping for that. So now it's assigned. What if I want to switch to V-Ray? Yes, you can switch. See that? Delete this unwanted. Yeah, it's great job, right? It's very fast. Yes, you can see it's a V-Ray material. And the texture part, yeah, tried. Sometimes it's connecting properly to this. What do you call parameters, but most of the time it fails because of this roughness maps, and this slot is different from Arnold, right? So for that I'm checking some R&D. It has to do it should connect to the parameters properly by identifying specular goes to specular, roughness goes to roughness based on my texture naming. So that is one part. Now I'll revert it to Lambert. I will delete this. I'll again create one. Don't get bored, it is an important one. Now I want to select the UDM, all the UDMs. So only these UDMs for some operations. So yeah, I don't remember why I created the tool. Means I have some issues sometimes to inspect. By selecting the UDMs, it's very easy. So if you are selecting, right click and select this UDM patch, isolate, crashes. I don't want to open this. Do one thing first. We won't select this one, only this one. Okay. Deselect. Where are you? Again, event. Select the all UDM meshes. Sorry. We selected including this. Now deselect. Select by UDM tiles. You can type I want UDM 103. Select and isolate. You can do your operations. No need to go to UV and don't break your head. Noisy. This is the reason I kept purposely all. So this you can do by manually selecting move, or else you can create. Yeah, one more tool is there, but I don't know if that is working properly or not. This tool, I'm working on that. It's incomplete one. This tool is perfect for me. By UDM you can select. Now the renaming I created here also, and you can do the renaming for that global search. You can do shadow renaming. See everything. Yeah, it worked perfect for me. This is very useful for me to do the layout and everything. It made me very fast. And now this selection will go. Where is the tool? Okay, I think I forgot to add those lines. I'm sorry. I'll find it out. Delete the display layer for presets. Okay. This one, same thing. In the same tool. This one, but I wanted to do with different style. That's why I created one more tool. Same thing. In this, you can select one. I'm selecting this one too. Same exact DNA, which means it selects everything. I'm sure I screen. So everything, all the similar one. Now the operation is select by UV mesh. select the identical UVs. It will select only those UVs. After this, we'll log it. Sorry. Now, if you select everything, I have that variant, UV variant. So what if I want to select a particular variant? No. So then we can select one and select, filter by UV matches, and you can run through exact match. So you don't select anything, you can play that one. So I don't want to do manually. What I can do, to layer by UV globally. So see this for five variants I have. It's great. So this is how I speed up my workflow and efficiency very fast. I have a documentation for this, how I what this tool does, because mostly if I don't use for some time, then we will forget the tool when we are in company, right? We don't have time to check all the tools again when I come back to home. I'm checking. So I have the documentations. So properly I did as much as possible to keep my workflow very proper and clean, neat. So this is how I created all the tools. These are very important, and mainly I forgot that the lines I want to add. See, if I want to select by this one, right, which is not in the 0 ones, then it will select this all in the minus x minus y. So this I can select and move them separately. I added, I don't know where, in which tool I added those things. 1 minute, let me check all the tool one more time. Suppose this category is different. This FTM, this is about all the shading part. This tool, perfect thing. No, yeah, in this section only I added section 4. I think yes. Yeah. I think is a problem with the layer. Yes, the scrolling part. When I need to recreate this to that, it forgot the scroll down too. Now I can select by negative spaces. See this? Sorry, luckily I found this too. I don't know why this nonsense happened. I'll fix this one. So I can select only this part. I can do one thing. Maybe you can see in the outliner. So how I can store this and close this. How I can store this one, this selection. I can add it one here, maybe. But if you have plenty of layers, so then you can do one thing. You can do the selection set. It's already there. You can do that. Yes, that's what I created. Then I can clear up. Manually you can clear up, but sometimes it creates objects. So I created the script in this. Then select the mesh shaping UDM. Sharing UDM, which means this is the purposely I created one. Sharing 2 UDMs, right? 1, 2. So then it will select and it will create it. Then clear the place. Select the crossing UDM borders. This one, mesh. This is UV. This is mesh. Mesh means, for example, one sphere can share 2 UDM. There is no question about that. You can do the texturing, but when you take it to Substance Painter, it gives the error when it shares. Then you can figure out and you can delete these things. Yeah, and this is UV. Same thing. It's object based also you can create. You can select the UV, then you can reset all of this error. I think I need to work on this because it's very hard. See, I can scroll up if I have a large list. Then select all by UDM, export as LBX. We can do. Yes. Yeah, it is there. I don't know what the hell I don't. Then we should. I'll add one more slider, very different. You can export as a LBX. So these are the sections I created separately for everything. Now I'm happy with this one. Because of these tools, it helped me to. I'll open my complete edit. So you can see now. It's all done very fast. So I don't have any issue here. I kept all the layout, right? Yes, and I can run the QC tool now. This is where all the QC is helping me. Now I don't have any. If there is anything, it will create the sets. Nothing. So once you click this one, for safer side, you can reset this one. So no error. The file is clear. I have selected, I can run as a BX. Yes, it will export all the UDM separately. This UDM separate, this UDM separate. This is for your optimized for the pro that I will cover in the later video. Okay, this is about this tool. This tool I created all about my Nexus SRS. Okay, later I will publish it into some website. People can download later. For now, I cannot because there are a lot of bugs. I need to fix them by working every day and check it. What are the things are working, which is not working, and I'm doing some test on my system performances also. It will avoid all the performance, graphical issues, everything. That means once I publish, it's a clear tool. So this is fine. Then one more tool I'm doing that R&D. Sorry, this I wanted to create for 2D style, like modern style, which means your tool will not have any borders. It's like a pure riff. That is the main concept. Same tool, but only that 2D style. And mainly, I'm coming to the packing tool. Okay. Oh, wow. This packing, I will try first. I forgot what I wanted is select this. Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is where that tool helps. Select by UDM. You can select number of. Why not? Select this and select the UDM numbers. Manage. Sorry, before wait, I need that UDM number. Select that. Now I'll select 24, 21, 12. Now select by UDM tiles. Yeah, we can give 1021, sorry, 24 space. Then 1012 space 1013. Yeah, why not? Select it. We'll isolate this one. I have shortcut, so this is very first step. Yeah, now what I wanted to we'll do with this. I think this giving still error. I am not able to figure out, but I will search in online how to create this tool. When I click this one, what happens? It's laying out everything here properly in one tool. But my intention is not like that. I need them. Undo this. Undo has some issue. Therefore, see this. It's not doing undo. So my intention is like I want same thing with the pact. Okay. So by review. 10, 16 space 10, not 10. Okay, 3 space 108. Oh, sorry. Isolate. So I want to pack them. Isolated one. Yeah, how we can do. I want to pack them into one medium with the proper divisions. So I will do this. And now I bring it here, but I want in one medium with the pack like this. So this tool is supposed to help me to pack like this without disturbing that original nature. But I don't know why this nonsense is happening. See now it collapses everything. I'll do one thing. I have that all WP one. I will open one. I'll check. Okay. Now I duplicated this one. Now I have this for selected one. Okay. But now I want to do the grouping. I can select manually and find out it's very hard. For me, no. For the selected one, correct. When you create a smart layout, yes, done. Because of this, it's creating a lot of here. But you have the choice. Okay. This is good. That also I'll add that on. The selected should be added separate group, or else selection set. That will help me first. Now I have this select all. This also on WP1. Select your objects. Okay, it's asking for objects. Select. So supposed to do that. So I will first duplicate and twice. Okay, I have fixed that too. I don't want to fix it, but I thought it will waste my time, right? Yes. Now we will see this one. I want this packing. What is packing? This one container, okay? This video has one container, and this one here I'll keep it here. Like this, we have 4. So this 4 I will keep in this box, but shrink it down, bring it into one layer. But I need the same EV placements. I don't need to change and rotate anything, but shrink it down and bring it into one layout. That's what this tool. You can give this step paddings. Yeah, after this tool, I'll explain what is pixel density and why it is important. and but it's major role and everything. So we will run this too, but let me save this too. So okay. Now run this. See the magic. All will scale down and bring it to one. Do. But the problem here, I need to fix it. It's still wasting my spaces here. You can see there's so much of space waste. But my intention is done. I don't want to do manually. Now I think I need to figure out. See, this much space is waste. And yeah, overall all my tool I explained. I mean, increase the tolerance. Not a crazy part. Still it's the same. We will leave it for now this one. Okay. That's why I created other tools. The same thing here also practice that. Okay, this is main tool. I wanted to do everything in one place. The renaming, repathing, and you can do the renaming for the shaders, the networks, everything, and you can convert the textures and texture manner and the formats. And this part I'll explain you later. This is very important. Okay, now why the texel density is very important. No? That part will yes. Regarding the texel density, okay, I assigned some checker map. I just infuse the tiles to see my model is proper. I can isolate plus 3, check it. The main purpose is not about the checkers and entry. When you press 3, you should be able to see the texture properly. You know why? These issues many times I have noticed. You may see now I have controlled that, so it's not bending inside or anything. Sometimes this border will bend and will come inside, then you'll see some glitches here and there. But now I don't have any issue, so it's perfect. Same thing, the density regarding. So not density, texel density. So compared to this, okay, this is having more space. It can hold the texture quality. If you are like assume you have 4K map, you assign to this front UV, which is I'll isolate. So this is a glass I am going to use, but I don't care about inside, but I need outside. So what it means, when I assign some texture tiles, patches, even the bump or anything on the glasses. For glass, we don't want to assign both the same. One side is okay. That one side is giving more priority. That priority is based on my texture density. That is the main part. So now, if you check this part, right? So we are grabbing this one and we will assign to the other. Now selection, get this texture density and going to assign to this. So what happens? So now it's matching both, but I don't want to do. So why? Is it good or not? Yes, of course not. For my personal preference, I don't care this inside part, so I kept it like. In industry, we need to keep everything properly. I mean, if you're working with the proper high quality textures, then you need to lay out in such a way. If you notice, I kept it in 20 UDM. So I packed it in 20 UDM, but see this again. I wasted my lot. I can bring it into somewhere into this location area. I deleted some objects, so this is waste. I will push it, but I completed my Murray texturing, so I don't want to disturb the UV now. Later I will push it and I will rebake this onto this one. That is the reason we are carrying everything before starting the texture. That is called preparation. Preparation is one is model. Check all the models are working properly or not. Check the vertices are connected properly or not. If it is not welded, then how to inspect? Yes, I am sure of that option. I have a shortcut here. Where are you? Okay, this is the polygon selection constraint. So how it works. So now I want to check all the faces. Go to right click, face. I don't want to select everything, I guess. Maybe I'll select everything just to reset once. Now I want to select this inside and all next. See, the result is 1. Inside, the result is 1. The face is 0, which means I don't have any issue with this one. So once if you inspecting like this, you need to reset. Otherwise, that face selection will not happen. If you select like this, nothing happen, right? I'll close this too. Oh, one switched. It was a working one. I didn't know this. Better always to reset this one. Now, if you want to check your vertices, select this on borders. If you want to select on borders or inside, select everything. Without wasting your time, you can select this one. Everything inside your border. So this border is not selected, but rest all selected. This helps when you are doing some model tricks, like you want to smooth out this area, you want to average this vertex distribution, then it will help you. Then about the edges, this also helps me a lot. Yeah, it's very much. So what is hard edge? Where it is, no solution. Select on smooth part, Okay, this tool will help you to inspect everything properly, and once everything is done, then you will not get while laying out no that manifold. That error you won't get it. Once all of them done, now you need to properly lay out one by one. So you need to prepare your model, like as I said, which is repeating, keep it in separate group. Better I use any selection for its starts in there, and you can run that tool, and you can find out that under category wise you can keep it, and the bolts you can keep it separate. Say this chainmail I kept it. These are the variations. Anyhow, I don't want to see more on this place. So I'm going to work on procedural on this so that you don't get affected more. So I kept the variants, so you don't repeat the same textures. So like that you can plan and keep it. For example, the legs. I have all the repeated, so I took this one group, everything. I mean these four groups. So then I transferred UVs to this one to this one to this like that. So that we can save a lot of places. But when you see the checker map here, why it is small and big? So compared to this texel density and this one, it's totally different and small. Why it is like that? Yeah, it's my preference. As for my concept, I know how to control this one. Which one will need more? For example, I'll use 1K map on this. Still it will look good. And this I purposely need to work on like 4K. Then only it will have less than 5 pixels on this. So to balance both while working in texturing part, you need to use a proper tricliner projections so that you can match the tensors there. This is how I gone through a lot, but it's specifically told need to take care of all this density, texel density. Then I'll work accordingly. So for this, if I maintain this one, it will go more than like 100 or 80, more than 80. So in Beast I crossed more than 80 UMs, so it's very hard to manage later, and file size is very heavy, so I need to save my disk space. So these are the main thing. Then what else we can check in this? Why it is required? Yeah, main thing. See, UV coordinates. We are telling the DCCs where my texture will go to that 3D space. That's based on U and V. Okay, it's a kind of 2D image and placing over the 3D objects. That's what that bridge is. So these things, if you take care properly, you will not have any issue in future. You will not come back and do something. So that is the main motto of this. So I will show you what when you go to camera. Yes. This I mainly work for testing my objects, like how the light is receiving. Based on that, I'm fixing all the edges. It's main thing. Your model should be proper, and you cross check it properly whether you have proper ACEs maps or not. If you don't have, then you convert and take it to any. This is like Murray substance painter, so that you will not have any issue with your expectations. So this will be done. As I expected, it is there. You put the specular. I don't have any that weird problems on this. It's a proper plane, nice vessel. So when I add the bump and displacements on something, displacements mostly I will avoid for this one, not necessary. Then this transmissions, I don't have any issue. Then specular direct, indirect, everything is fine. So yeah, mainly my focus is on Houdini render output, but now I want to test all the maps is properly working or not on that side. So we'll go to perspective camera, a little heavier. Go to and keep this one in body. Now I don't have any issue. My albedo is looking fine. Still, if you have any doubt, you can go on the add baby swap. If you don't add, still add. I don't think so to update directly. Yeah, I do update is nice. Nice, you can see this. I don't have any diffuse contribution. Once I stop this normals. So now still I have this issue. I'll fix it. If you're working on high res geometry, then you can avoid, but I don't want to do much, so I'll try to distribute this corner edges to avoid that. So that is that much only for these preparations. I hope you may like it. Thanks. We'll see in Houdini file.